ReZero has some of the best waifus you'll ever see in fiction itself. Narrowing it down to just isekai or anime would not do them justice. We've had long wars in this fanbase discussing who is the best girl. You'll see videos out there talking about who has a better writing, who's more physically appealing, who's more emotionally impactful, and overall a better character. And this video is not exactly the same. While most people would compare those criteria, we are not doing that shit. In this video, we will focus on one sole criteria: horniness. This is a degenerate video, a gooner video, a joke of a video. So please get ready for simping immediately, for this is who has a bigger bust. This is most likely going to be my most important video that will require me to do the utmost research. We will be measuring, comparing, analyzing, isolating, differentiating who has a bigger bust size. We will label them all down from F tier to S tier. We'll mention everyone I can think of, and I mean everyone. Everything is getting measured here. Will it be accurate? Fuck no. Is that what we're trying to achieve here though? Not really. Let us begin then. First and upmost, Reinhard. Bold of you to assume I'd start with a girl. The sword saint, Reinhard Van Astrea. The embodiment of perfection. The man who has a divine blessing for almost anything. And I mean really anything. I mean, my guy has the most broken blessing ever. The divine protection of salt reasoning. Enables the user to never mistake salt with sugar. Incredible, right? Or at least that's what I thought, until I saw this. The divine protection of bedroom is used by Camberly. Who the fuck is that? This allows the user to be skilled in bed. Well, that confirms it. Ladies and gentlemen, Reinhard is not bitchless, nor will he ever be, apparently. But this is a bust, a chest, a measuring competition if anything. He has no muscles whatsoever that I can see. And if I'm not mistaken, he has no divine blessings of muscles either. I'm not gonna bother reading every single fucking blessing of his. And for that sole reason, I'd have to probably place him in F tier, or rather E tier, just for that funny but slaying blessing he has. Next, Wilhelm Van Astrea. Not much to say here, other than he had pretty good taste in women. And just like his wife, he has big muscles, big chest, and for that we'll put him in the D tier. Third, Theresia Van Astrea, the previous sword saint. There's a lot you can notice about this girl when you first see her. Her blue, gorgeous eyes, her red, beautiful hair, her incredible swordsplay, and most importantly, her huge fucking boobs. B tier. No further questions, please. Next, Zolt, a maiden at first look, a thief at heart. I do think she got some improvements due to the new art stuff, but I don't think that's enough. Though you could make the argument should be in E tier, but as I say, the F in felt stands for flat. And since we start with the candidates, let us continue that way. Anastasia, the genius merchant. And just like merchants, she's a fucking scammer. I can go more and on about merchants and my terrible experiences with them, but this is not about that. Letting my bias aside though, flat is indeed justice. Just not in this video. 6. Best girl candidate, Emilia. The beautiful silver-haired maiden elf. The future wife of... Yeah, that fucking shit is not happening. Fuck Regulus Cornelius. Hopefully by next episode, we can see Subaru in the wedding, just like Issei did in DXD. Anyway, if this was season 1 or season 2, I'd probably put her somewhere in the D tier, or maybe C, a bit debatable. But after the recent buffs, it'd be an absolute insult to put her in these tiers. No other tiers will fit her like the boobs. But high beat, I could see the argument made for A tier, to be honest. And since there's no point in making a whole ass different segment for Satella, let's just put her in the B tier as well. We've got 2 more candidates to go, let's do this quickly. Priscilla, the prettiest girl in all of ReZero. I believe that's an agreed upon fact by pretty much a good chunk of the ReZero fan base. The type of hot that makes you ignore her terrible personality. God, she's so hot. Ironic how she also has the biggest bust. Not to mention she has a boob sword. I don't care if it's being pulled from a subspace dimension. From the way I see it, she's pulling it straight out of her boobs. Wouldn't take a monkey to notice this. Esther, no shadow of a doubt. While Crusch is a bit more interesting, some may say she's Esther if we're counting her boobs when she was a dragon. Well, of course we are. Put her in Esther. But no. All jokes aside, just like her initials, she will crush it in the B tier. Moving on to the witches. We've already done one, and we'll probably do half of them. Because if I do all of them, we'll probably go to jail. Not the type of place I want to go to, really. Echidna, the Witch of Greed. Though she does not even have half of the greed I had for Subaru in that tea party scene we all know. Perhaps not really greed, but rather envy. It should have been me. I mean, even you probably think it should have been you as well. Regardless, she's going into the B tier. Though like Emilia, I can see the argument for A tier. Actually, you know what? Nah, she's going to the A tier. Tell me what you think in the comments. Sekhmet, the Witch of Sloth. A beautiful woman with very long, pretty magenta hair in an even prettier black dress that complements her voluptuous and feminine features perfectly. Why am I glazing so much? Cause she's so fucking hot. And with that size, she's going into high A tier. Debatably S even. Minerva, the Witch of Wrath, a cute tsundere who looks like a Powerpuff Girl. So usually you'd find tsunderes like a certain feature in those departments. But clearly, she does not. I've been debating this over and over. A or S, S or A, and I finally made up my mind. I'll put her in the S tier for now. But this is still subject to change. Pandora is the Witch of Vainglory. Pandora had the outward appearance of a young woman with a small, delicate body. Her long, straight platinum hair was seemingly transparent and gave off a soft glow akin to the shine of the sun. The radiance of her hair created the effect of a glistening waterfall that traveled down her slender shoulders and rested slightly below her knee line. Her eyes with slim pupils were as deep blue as the sea and were framed by long eyelashes. She's beautiful enough to be said to make others tremble with her beauty, and that even God would hesitate to touch her. And even with all that, she's still not the honored one. Blue eyes and white hair are not enough, I guess. Go with the accursed ones in the F tier, for this is not a video based on facial features or outward beauty, just honkers, really. Carmilla, the Witch of Lust, a very beautiful, shy, bashful-natured little girl. Surprised that she's referred to as Lust. Perhaps it's because many have lusted over her, resulting in literal wars. Though she can't change how she looks and pretty much earn her soft spot in the S tier, we'll be basing this off her original look. At first I thought this was a no-brainer. She looks flat as hell. Until I stumbled upon this piece of information. Carmilla, who was averse to exposing her skin, would often resort to wearing baggy clothes that hid her generous physique. I repeat, generous physique. Which led me to do more research. Yeah, this is just an absolute guess. And you know what? Let's just put her in the S tier for mystery. Next up on today's episode, for Who's That Pokemon? It is Ram. Who the hell is Ram? What type of a video would this be without ReZero's actual true best girl? Sorry, not sorry, Emilia. If this was a best girl video, she'd be up here in S tier. But that's not this type of video. Ram fans, I'm very fucking sorry. She's going into the C tier. And what fun would it be if I didn't include her sassy twin? Though Ram is a bit more lacking in that department than her twin sister. I think we'll go in E tier. Liliana, the newborn. She's also flat as a classroom board. Please escort her to the F tier jail. Shaula, a character that I've heard appears in Arc 6. Other than that, I have no knowledge about this character, other than the fact that she has very huge assets. A tier, respectfully. Maybe even us, if you think about it. Roswaal J matters. And no, not the Roswaal you're thinking of. She's Roswaal's grandmother, also known as Julia. And oh boy, it was only until I saw her that I realized maybe Roswaal wasn't so bad after all. He had his reasons. If you think about it, I'm totally not trying to score points with his grandma. I mean, she really just deserves the D tier. But perhaps we'd just settle on A tier for now. Roswaal L matters. Yeah, I'm going for the whole family. You think I wasn't gonna add another guy? Foolish mistake even Dean made. This would have been a no-brainer, just F tier. But in order to score some points, we'll move him to the D tier. Totally not rigged, am I right? What about his mate though, Frederica? I'm a sucker for the vampire-like teeth, or this beastie form of hers. And no, I'm not furry, respectfully. But for her, I may just make some exceptions. Apologies, Garth. I'm taking her into the B tier. And honestly, why should there be any limits at this point? Why should this video be morally right? Bring me her mother, Reala Thompson, or Risha Tenzel. Who fucking cares? I just want the mother-daughter duo. Some might call me insane, some might call me cultured. And you're goddamn right I am. Set her aside next to her daughter into the B tier. Since I'm going on quite a generational run right now, no one is fucking safe. Not even your damn main character. Get over here, Natsumi Shwartz. You're an S tier in my heart. But unfortunately, in this very harsh, very serious video, you'll be dropped down to E tier. Why not F? Because I believe in your potential to grow. Am I right? And no, not even your mother is safe. Get over here, Subaru's mom, Natsuki Naoko. And in order to maintain some respect here, I'll end it shortly. D tier. And what type of a video would this be if it just had one furry? First is obviously S tier. Why? Because they obviously have a ton of assets on their chest departments. Who fucking cares really? This is my video, my rules, and since we decided to fuck this shit up, might as well put the fucking Great Rabbit Beast as well. They actually even have, of course they do, they're mammals. D tier. Alright, let's calm down a bit and restore motion. Ferris, you should come down here. I've completely forgot about the Archbishops of Sin. Let's just mention some of them real quick. Sirius, the Archbishop of Wrath, has quite an interesting ability. He's capable of manipulating emotions, even multiplying them. So you can just imagine the sex with her would be absolutely phenomenal. When I come, she comes. When she comes, I come over and over in an infinity cycle until we both succumb to death. But in all seriousness, I have to give her an appropriate rating based on a different merit. Unfortunately, I think that would be a good old C tier for our bandaged best girl. Not to forget the Archbishop of Lust. This time in all seriousness, I'm so gonna bust. E tier is her tier. Betelgeuse, the Archbishop of Sloth, a misunderstood man, used to be very bright and shiny. Now he just looks like one of those zombies you see in Thriller Park. Sad, but for his good attempt to actually doing something against Pandora and Regulus, might as well just put him in the C tier. Not even Emilia's aunt is safe. Fortuna or Fortuna. I really love that thing about you. What is it you possibly ask? What is it you possibly think I'm talking about? Of course, her big, huge heart. And I'm just no home record. I don't feel good to put her away from her husband. C tier. And lastly, but not least, I've kept my favorite for last. The assassin, the bowel hunter. I have the biggest fucking chest in this series. God, I love Elsa. But not just for that reason you think. I also just fuck with her aesthetics, her character as well, living up to the role of a psychotic, bloodthirsty chick. Maybe I just have that questionable taste in women. Regardless, there's no other tier for her. Take this S and smash through into the S tier. Debatable if she's above Priscilla or not. But even if she's not, I'm fucking biased. With this, we've come to the end of this video. It was a very hard video to make using only one hand. Alright homies, subscribe, like, and check my previous videos. I can't promise you that they'll be any good, but what I can promise you is that you will have some fun.